Welcome back to my latest video, and first of all, apologies to all my subscribers for the length of time it's been since I've last posted an upload. I've had a few other things that I've needing to be done, but finally back to doing the layout now, and just continuing the painting of the Noch figures that I was doing in the last video. Just concentrating now on the seated figures, because I want to populate some of the benches certainly on the platforms on my main station and the branch station. And I've just about finished here. These will just need a coat of matte varnish, and then they will be glued onto the layout. I touched on this last time. Is it worthwhile doing this? I still think it is. It's just a very time-consuming job, but worthwhile if you want a lot of figures. We all know the prices of the prepaid figures you can buy, and this is a good cost-effective way of getting a lot of figures. The only downside is you need a lot of patience and a lot of skill, maybe not skill, but certainly a steady hand to paint these tiny details. So I'm glad it's done. I still actually have a lot left over, and I'll probably continue painting them in small lots over the course of the next few months until I've painted the whole pack. If I remember rightly, I think there's about 48 figures you get in the pack, so I'll be finishing those off. Some of them are repeated, so yeah, I'll try not to group them together. And another thing that I've been doing, and I mentioned in my last video, was track cleaning. And I've removed all my rolling stock from the layout. The rolling stock that you see are those wagons and coaches that I've purchased over the years that did not come in any boxes. And I've got quite a few of those. As you can see, it's a nice 18 degrees up in the loft, so it's quite pleasant to work. I was saying, yeah, the wagons that you see are the ones that are still on the layout, are the ones without the boxes, and it just allows me to give the tracks a proper clean. Now, some of the wagons, I'm just correcting myself here, I do have boxes. You just saw the wooden wagon, the wagons carrying the wood loads. They've got the stakes glued in place, and unfortunately when you do that you can't put them back in the boxes. So just a quick overview here of the layout. I really need to start getting this yard factory area back in place, all the bits and pieces put back in. And I have to say many thanks for the comments on the question I asked about what to do with this area here in front of the main line. Some good suggestions. I'm still not convinced in my own mind what I want to do there. I've said it before, I'll keep that till last. I've also been painting my little monument statue, and this is roughly where it will go in front of the station. I just need to think about the grass area there that I've cut out with paper to highlight the area, what I want to do there, whether I want to make it more ornamental or just have it just as a grassy area, maybe raised up just ever so slightly. So as you can see, the landscaping around the station, not done that much, but I will need to continue putting bushes and little tufts of grass, etc., just to make it, blend it all in, I should say, and complete this area, and the road markings and a few other bits and pieces. I also need to consider some street lamps as well here, and more accessories around this little freight shed. Probably a fence, I think, on the near side here wouldn't go amiss. And I think we can just about see station master figure of some sort up in the signal house. So yeah, it's been a long time coming getting to this stage. I just need to crack on and to finish off all the little detailing work that I've been talking about. And here's my little freight shed mentioned before. The modern freight shed, engine shed, I should say, that was sitting here is too modern for my tastes. So I need to remove some of the track here and insert a buffer and just a fence there around those gas tanks at the back, just to finish that. I don't actually use this piece of track that much. The point there is not motorized. These 2 points are. In fact, one of them probably doesn't even need to be motorized either, because I don't really drive any engines into this area. It's more just a scenic area where I just sometimes will sit an engine and not run it. But I said I just need to finish that off and tidy that up a little bit. And again, my coaling area here, I don't really run a lot of engines, wagons in this area, but I think I'll have to start doing that, and maybe one of my future videos will just show some shunting operations in there. Just a little running session. I bought some of these, not quite sure what type of wagons they are, grain wagons, silo wagons of some sort from Arnold. They are extremely detailed and very well painted and marked, and I'll just have to weather them at some stage. Just a very light weathering, I think. Just basically dust and some dirt around the bogies and the platforms. But I'm very pleased with these wagons. I've been looking at these type of wagons for a while and finally found some that I liked, and I just went ahead and purchased them. Just seeing this French SNCF heavy duty shunting loco, I believe it is, although I could be wrong. I just like the green color scheme of it. I think it is very good. And the next bit of this video is it's not quite a rant, but I have been having some problems with my back scenes, and we shall see that in a minute. When you look at it from here, everything looks okay, looks great, but I'm really not annoyed with the back scenes themselves. I think they look very good. It's just the way I've attached them to the wall, and I could have been better. And the joins in particular is where I'm having issues. For some reason, they seem to have slipped apart, and I don't really understand how that could happen. I know I was working very restrictively when I attached them, because we all know that they should be the first things that you do, and I was doing them after I had done all the scenery. So what I've done here, and apologies for the poor camera work, is just cut very thin slivers of matching scenery just to hide the white line that was visible when they've come apart. And also on this particular back scene here, there's a tree in the middle of the sky. And, the more I look at this, the more I find it annoying. I mean, why create a back scene that is never going to match up with anything? Just Photoshop that tree out if at all possible. And here's another section that is just seemed to slip apart, and I'm talking really only a millimeter or so. Unfortunately, where the green foliage of the trees is, you do see that white strip. And here's one that's actually not a mistake. It's actually a very thin, straight tree, but your eye is drawn to it because it doesn't look uh, natural, but it is part of the picture. So what I've done, as I said, just cut very thin slivers of scenery and attach them to the back scene. You only really notice it if you have a very close look. Okay, that's all for just now. I'm just going to carry on doing some more work on the layout, and I hope you've enjoyed this very short update. And as I said before, apologies for the length of time between uploads. I will endeavor to do better. One other thing I will say is that the warmer weather is with us at the moment, and certainly when it's too hot, I will not be working up in the attic on the layout, so I may be restricted on how much time I can spend up there, but I will do what I can and keep you all updated. Thanks a lot. Bye.